Hi guys, it's Taylor and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you know whenever I upload. For today's video, I'm finally going to be reviewing one of Bath & Body Works' newest body mist collections, which is their Everyday Luxuries collection. I know this has been out for a few weeks now, and I've honestly had these products for a few weeks now, but I'm finally getting to make this video, and it's perfect timing because all of their body mists are on sale this weekend only for $5.95 in preparation for Mother's Day, which is a perfect time to stock up for you or Mother's Day gifts. So within this Everyday Luxuries collection, there are a total of I think over 10 mists, maybe, don't quote me on that, but I know there's definitely more than the ones that I picked up, but I only grabbed 6 of the mists because these are the 6 that I know I'm going to use the most. The other ones I did leave at the store because I wasn't really a fan of them. They're not bad scents at all. Actually, every single scent in this collection smells really good and really nice and luxurious, but I know I'm not going to use them, so I didn't want to waste time buying them, waste my money, and waste them taking up space in my collection. I just did confirm that there are 10 scents total in this entire line. Now when Bath & Body Works brought this line out, they only brought out body mist, so we don't have any lotions, any moisturizing body washes, any shower gels, anything else to accompany these mists except for the mist. But what I've been hearing is that they might be bringing this collection back out again in the fall time with the complete collection of shower gels, potentially lotions. I'm not really sure, but I know I've heard that the shower gels are possibly coming in the fall, and that this launch or this release of this line was supposed to kind of be a tester and a feel to see how people will like it. They really weren't expecting everybody to really like this scent, so when it sold out super quickly, or just went super fast, they were like, okay, we're going to produce additional things to accompany within this collection. So I'm hoping around the fall time we do get to see shower gels and stuff, because if so, I definitely will be picking up at least 1 or 2 of them. With this Everyday Luxuries collection, these are supposed to be fragrances that are inspired by higher end designer fragrances, so you're getting that smell but at a lesser price point. So I will also go through and note which one is supposed to be the inspired by or the dupe of the higher end fragrance. Getting into the first one that I picked up, this is Getaway Solei, and the packaging on all of these bottles are really nice and luxurious and beautiful, hence the name Everyday Luxuries collection. They are so pretty, especially this yellow like golden bottle. But yeah, this is Getaway Solei, and the notes on here are sun-kissed mandarin, tuberose, and solar musk. And this, y'all, this actually smells really nice. I didn't think I was gonna pick this up or like this, but I do kind of like it. And with this one, it has that sunscreen and beachy type of scent. This is supposed to be a dupe of Tom Ford Solei Blanc, and I definitely do think they smell very, very similar. I don't own Solei Blanc, but I did smell it when I was in the Sephora store, and they pretty much smell almost identical to me. It smells so nice. I also get a hint of kind of like coconut in here, even though it doesn't really say there's coconut in the notes. I do think this would pair really well with Cocoa Paradise, also from Bath & Body Works, so that is definitely a combination that I'm going to be looking forward to pairing and using together, especially this summer. Also seeing this one compared to Replica's Beach Walk, which I don't know, but I actually have Beach Walk here, so let me smell it and see if they're very similar. I just saw that this was compared to that, but I don't know, y'all. These actually pretty much smell identical as well. That's crazy. I felt like it smelled a lot more like Solei Blanc, but now just smelling these two side by side, I think it smells much more like this one than Solei Blanc, even though they both have similarities. It's like that beachy saltiness note in both of these two that's making it smell pretty much almost identical. Not even almost, it is identical to each other. So if Beach Walk is one of your favorite scents, definitely pick this one up, because they will not only layer well, but it is an affordable dupe. I have here If You Musk. This has notes of iris, pink pepper, and airy musk, and this is supposed to be a dupe of Glossier You. And the last time I smelled this, I believe it did smell pretty similar. Now I also don't have Glossier You, but I did smell that one when I was also in the Sephora store, and from what I can remember, they do smell pretty similar. But let's spray it again so I can refresh my memory on what exactly this smells like. So I definitely see the similarities in Glossier You and If You Musk, but I'm gonna say I don't think they're exact dupes of each other, but this one is definitely inspired by that fragrance. From this one, I'm actually pulling a lot more of like a pear note, even though it doesn't say there's pear here. It might be the pink pepper mixing with the iris, but this kind of smells a little bit more like a fresh pear to me. It smells pretty good, but I don't think they smell exact alike for Glossier You and this one. It is a more true inspired by fragrance rather than an exact dupe, but nonetheless this one also smells really good. I think this would be really great, especially for spring and summer as well, you know, on a hot day where you just want to smell refreshed and nice and clean. This is definitely one that you would pick up and go for because it has that clean, almost refreshing scent factor. Oh, because I don't think I said this in the beginning, but all of the mists in this collection retail for $18.95, so your best bet is definitely picking it up when they have their $4.95 and $5.95 sales, because who is buying this full price at $18.95? You better not buy it on a buy 3 get 3. You better not buy it on a buy 2 get 1. Buy it always when they're $4.95 or $5.95. That is when you will get the most for your money out of all of their body care, and especially these body mists. Next one that I picked up is called Petal Parade. This has notes of neroli petals, orange flower, and white woods, and I believe this is the one that was compared to Prada Paradoxe. It's either this one or the other one that I have. I can't remember which one, but if it is this one, it is an exact Prada Paradoxe dupe. It was definitely Petal Parade that smells exactly like Prada Paradoxe. Like, you guys, I'm not even kidding. You smell these two side by side and you will be like, okay, which is which? At least to me, in my nose, this smells exactly like a Prada Paradoxe dupe. Now again, I don't have Prada Paradoxe yet, but I have smelled that fragrance multiple times in store. I really do love that fragrance, especially for spring and summer, so I'm definitely going to pick that up pretty soon, because I was waiting until the weather got warmer again to go ahead and buy it, because that's definitely a fragrance that I would only use in the warmer months anyways. This smells exactly like Prada Paradoxe, and again, it would layer really well. It's definitely like a sweet, soft floral note, so if you're not somebody that really likes florals, you might not like it. But again, as I always say, I am somebody that also doesn't really like florals too much, but I can deal with a floral that kind of smells up this alley where it's like a sweeter type of floral instead of a more so fresh floral. So if you like sweet florals, you might like this. If you're a floral just hater all the way down, you might not you might not like this. Before I move on to talking about the next scent, I just want to say that I feel like Bath & Body Works did such a phenomenal job on all of the scents in this collection. They definitely smell super luxurious, super expensive. You wouldn't even be able to tell which is which if you sprayed it on and you were out somewhere in public. These are definitely some expensive smelling body mist. I mean, they're also expensive for the price point, but that's besides the point. You guys know what I mean. These are definitely up there with the higher end luxury scent smells. Now, as far as lasting power goes, it is a body mist, so it's not gonna last super duper long. I haven't really tested these out at all as far as longevity goes, because I wanted to wait until I finally filmed this video to start using them up. But now that, you know, I'm getting this video done, I will be using these up and seeing how long they last. I know they're not gonna last super long like I was saying, but hopefully they have at least a decent lasting power. And I feel as though once you layer them on top with the similar scents, you will definitely get a great scent bubble that'll help prolong the scent and the lasting power. Okay, next one up is Oh Cherry, and this is one that I was actually really excited to smell. This is supposed to be a dupe of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, and this has notes of black cherry, sheer magnolia, and tonka bean. Now, I think this one also definitely does smell very similar to Tom Ford's scent. Not exact, but again, definitely inspired by. But I feel as though this smells a lot better than Lost Cherry. I know Lost Cherry smells a little bit on the bitter side, but this is like a more sweeter type of cherry. And you know, another fragrance that I think this smells exactly like is Finery's. I think it's Not Another Cherry scent. I think that's what Finery's cherry fragrance is called. Wait, it smells exactly like Finery's Tom Ford Lost Cherry dupe as well, like pretty much identical, almost exact. So that's definitely a scent combo or pairing that I'm going to be trying out and seeing how well they play around and last with each other and how great of a scent bubble they form. But yeah, this is also a really great one that's going to be good especially for spring and summer. I mean, you know, you can wear it in the fall and winter, but when I think of a lot of fruity fresh notes, I typically go for wearing them in the spring and summer, because you know that is the warmer months where you will smell a lot of those scents and get a lot of those feels and vibes. But yes, Oh Cherry is definitely very much so inspired by Lost Cherry. So the next mist, this one here is Pink Obsessed. This one has notes of blushing jasmine, cashmere praline, and vanilla bourbon, and I believe this one is supposed to be a dupe of Donna Valentino Born in Roma, the pink one, the original one. I think that's what people were saying this one is a dupe of, so let's give her a little sniff because I don't really exactly remember what this one smells like. I definitely see the similarities in this one smelling like Donna Born and Roma. It definitely has that DNA type of scent profile in there. Again, not an exact match, but definitely a inspired by dupe. I feel as though I have said definitely at least 3 times within the past minute just now, so we're not gonna say that again. And I actually have the Born in Roma Green Extravaganza perfume that Valentino just came out with. That's their newest one in that Donna Born in Roma family, and I feel as though that would also layer really well with this because of that same or similar scent profile. It would for sure make a great layering combo, but this is also one where I do smell a lot of the vanilla bourbon, and I feel like the vanilla and the bourbon notes in there kind of tone it down a bit on it smelling super floral, almost like a sweet gourmand floral, if that really makes sense, at least to my nose. You always know anything that I'm saying is subjective to me, so if it doesn't smell the same as you, that's okay. But to me, this is definitely a sweet vanilla floral gourmand type of scent, not super gourmand, if y'all know what I mean. The last mist that I have here that I picked up from this collection is called Viva Vanilla, and this has notes of rich plum, glowing amber, and addictive vanilla. And this is actually the one that I was most excited for because it is a vanilla note, and I just told y'all I love a good vanilla. Now this one is supposed to be similar to Eilish by Billie Eilish, the original one that comes in the gold bottle, but I will be the judge of that because Eilish is one of my all-time favorite vanilla scents. Smelling them side by side, I do find them to be very, very similar, and I will go ahead and say that this one is pretty much almost an exact dupe of Eilish. However, I feel as though Eilish has more of a deeper musky type of scent, whereas If You Must is a lot more lighter on the musk and just lighter and more airy overall. So I would say that Eilish, of course, is the original, the big sis to this one. This is much so the little sis to Eilish. It's very light and airy, but they are very, very, very similar. And I actually have another Eilish dupe back here. It is the 31, right? It's 31, and I would compare this one and If You Must pretty much on the same level, but If You Must is slightly more stronger than the mimic dupe of it, but it is a lot lighter than the actual original, which is Eilish. These are all of the ones that I ended up purchasing in store. Now we're going to get into the ones that I didn't purchase, but I did still want to cover in this video, with the first one being Covered in Roses. This one is supposed to be a dupe of Perfumes de Marly's Delina perfume. I don't have that one, so I can't really compare the two, but the notes on Covered in Roses are ruby berries, sugared rose buds, and blush amber, and this one is a heavily rose and floral scent, which is why I didn't pick it up, because I know I wasn't really going to get any use out of it. I do actually still have a rose scented fragrance mist in my collection from years ago that I just have not gotten through or finished, so I was like, I'm not bringing in another rose scent because I don't really like rose scented products. At least for me, they're not bad smelling, I just don't really like them, so I didn't pick it up. One that I didn't pick up is called Lost in Santal, and this one is supposed to be a dupe of, I believe, Le Labo's Santal 33. I think that's what the name of the perfume is called. It's supposed to be a dupe of that one. Again, I don't have that one because I don't really like that scent profile and those scent notes, but the notes in Lost in Santal are warm cardamom, satin, sandalwood, and cedarwood, and they do smell pretty decent. I actually was considering picking up Lost in Santal because I was like, I think I could kind of get with this. Like, it doesn't really smell too bad, but ultimately I decided to pass on it because, again, that is not really a scent profile that I personally go for. It does not smell bad. It's just not something that's really appealing to me. And I also think Lost in Santal could be a unisex scent for both men and women, considering the notes and how like woody and masculine and type of it is, you know. I feel like it definitely is a scent or a mist that could go for both men and women. However, I didn't pick it up. I passed on it because it's not for me, but it might be for y'all. Down to the last two. This next one is called Floral Fantasy. This one has notes of peach, osmanthus, jasmine, and warm patchouli. I cannot remember what someone said this is supposed to be a dupe of. It might be Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. I don't know for sure, but I will make sure I list it in the description box and also probably pop it up on this video what that one is a dupe of. That is another one that was definitely a heavy floral fragrance. Not as heavy as Covered in Roses, but that one is also another floral fragrance, and I was also considering picking that one up as well, but again, I decided to pass on it because I just know it wasn't really going to get much use out of it from me, and it was just going to sit in my collection and collect dust. And the very last one in this collection as a whole is called On the Horizon, and this has notes of watery bergamot, lotus blossom, and driftwood moss. And the best way I can describe what this smells like is that it smells very aquatic and just like water. Even though water doesn't have a scent, if you are a fragrance person, you know what I mean by me saying that this scent just smells very fresh, aquatic, and watery. Like, it just smells like something you would put on and sit by the water to, you know, lay out and have fun. I can't also remember what that one is supposed to be a dupe of, but again, I will list it in this video in the description box and probably pop it up on this video. But that is another one that I also decided to pass on, guys. And that is everything that I picked up for this video. Like I said, these mists and all of Bath & Body Works' other mists are on sale this weekend for $5.95. So I am going to try to edit this video pretty quickly and get it up in time for you guys to, you know, see this and go to the store and pick out any mists if you guys haven't really noticed or stayed up to date with Bath & Body Works' sales, because they definitely do be doing a lot of sales. But yeah, that is everything that I picked up. If y'all picked up anything from this collection, definitely let me know in the comments below, and also let me know which one your favorite is, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.